Hi everyone, it's Derek from the iReady podcast here, and this is my reaction to the 3-1 loss against Club Brugge in the Champions League qualifier playoff leg 1 tonight. An absolute shambles of our own making, all stemmed from a disgraceful performance in the first half, especially in defence. It was just really a team that looked like they hadn't been coached, and once again, it's a game where we've never seen any sort of tactics at all. I don't think that you can individually blame any player or manager tonight, because from the manager to the team, it was just a shambles. Played slightly better in the second half, gave us a wee lifeline with getting that other goal. We should have had a second goal that was wrongly chopped off, in my opinion. Did play a wee bit better, but we still had shown the frailties there where we could have easily lost other goals. And this is the problem. We've got such a weak back line, and these are largely new players. There's 3 new players in that back line. You can't really blame the youngster who came in tonight, who only signed today, but yeah, it's not good enough at all. We lined up Butland, Aarons, Suter, Jigga, Meghoma, Rothwell, Raskin, Diamandi, Antman, Gassama and Danilo. On the subs bench we had Kelly, Tavernier, Barron, Asgard, Cameron, Dowell, Igaman, Fernandez, Moore, Gentles, Curtis and Hutton. So it all started to go wrong very early on. It looked as if Bruges were right up for this. We were on the back foot straight away, and on the 3rd minute we gave away a howler, an absolute howler of a goal. I've actually put in my notes, what the actual fuck. Danilo had a shot at their goal. It was deflected off their defender to a midfielder deep in their own half. That midfielder plays a long ball down the middle into our half. Jigga, who was chasing back, he expected Butland to come well out his box to get it, and when I say well out his box, he was asking him to come out of his box when the ball was only at the centre circle. Jigga was completely unaware of the attacker nipping in behind him. Jigga had pretty much stopped at this point because he thought Butland was coming to get the ball. The Bruges attacker robbed him of the ball, takes it forward and lobs Butland, who had by this point got to his 18-yard line. Absolutely atrocious. We've seen it far too often this season so far, with obviously both Butland and Kelly in the last game were allowing the keeper to play this sweeper keeper role. There's clearly confusion, a lack of communication all round. We've nearly came a cropper with it before. With this defence being as frail as it is, we cannot rely on the sweeper keeper thing. It's meant to be playing like an extra man in defence, a last line of defence almost. We cannot do it because we cannot trust these defenders now. And this is Jigga, by the way, who had been pretty solid, but this is just basic defending. This is why you can't really blame Butland for that. He was asking his keeper to come out to almost the halfway line to receive the ball. Absolute nonsense there. We didn't need to wait long before the next what the fuck moment, because on the 7th minute Bruges made it 2-0. It was a corner from the right, an outswinger to the penalty spot, which finds the attacker pinpoint accuracy. He didn't need to move, and he was in acres of space, completely unmarked, and a side foot volley into the net. It was a cracking shot, but he should never have been given that space. On the 9th minute, there was a switch of play from Bruges from left to right, picks it up in our box, turns one way, crosses in and deflected over the bar for the corner. Play continued on like that, them having all the possession, having a few chances, and on the 20th minute they made it 3-0. Utterly shambolic defending once again, ending in a stunning strike. We had several attempts to knock it away. Raskin with a half-hearted attempt at the edge of the box. It was flicked up. Rothwell tries to head it away but only goes a few yards forward to their attacker, who controls it in a stunning strike into the net. 21st minute we had a shot well off target. 26th minute Rothwell with a free kick from 20 yards off the outside of the post and out. 32nd minute decent play, winning the ball back in midfield, getting it forward and a quick break ending in Gassama on the left hits a curling shot on the deck but goes wide. 38th minute Bruges with possession, getting the ball to the right side, just out the box and a shot, and had a huge save from Butland to put it out for the corner. And the last piece of play on the 47th minute, Aarons gets caught with the ball on the right side of our defence, allows the attacker to get in behind him and gets a shot off, but fortunately well wide. So an absolute disgraceful performance in the first half, devoid of any confidence, devoid of any guile going forward. There was absolutely nothing in that team that made you think they'd been coached at all. There was no service to the attackers, there was no gutsy winning the ball back at all. They just looked absolutely shell-shocked. Into the second half you could have made a raft of changes, none came. We did start off brightly though, and it was looking positive, and it did go positive on the 50th minute because Danilo made it 3-1 and we pulled the goal back. First shot of the game on target apparently as well. Danilo's first goal in 22 games. That's a stat that says it all. Before we get into the actual goal, that stat says it all. We've persevered with Danilo this season so far, and we've got nothing from him. This is meant to be our main striker, and he's not scoring goals. Granted, he got the goal here, but his first goal in 22 games, that's a shocking statistic. However, the goal itself, some nice play getting the ball out to the left side, lovely cut across the deck into the middle, and Danilo sliding it in, put it in the net. Really positive play, fighting to win the ball back and getting the ball forward and actually doing some positive play. We get a goal from it. Unbelievable. 54th minute, some good pressure, working the ball into the box. Danilo gets a flick shot and blocked, falls back to Rothwell who shoots but is blocked, but it was nice play nonetheless. 55th minute, we were caught napping with a quick break from Bruges. They go down the right, a cross in on the deck and cleared for the corner by Suter. That was dangerous play there. 61st minute, Gassama with a shot from the left, curling on the deck just by the post. 61st minute as well, Danilo and Dio off, Egeman and Asgard on. 68th minute, a quick break by Bruges, ending in a cross from the left and a shot in the box, but right at Butland and a comfortable save. 70th minute, Antman and Mycoma off, Moore and Tavernier on. Again, the defence was shocking, but you can't really blame a guy who's signed less than 24 hours ago, put straight in there as well. 79th minute, this is where there's a bit of controversy because Gassama, with a fantastic piece of individual play, had the ball in the back of the net, but it was ruled out because apparently he kicked it from the keeper's hands. As I said, it was outstanding from him. He drove the ball down the left, gets into the box, individually taking on players, pokes goal bound. It kind of ricochets off the defender's legs. It was going goal bound. The keeper dives and gets down. He did get two hands to it just at the same time as Gassama hit the ball into the back of the net. A VAR check was done. The referee went to the screen and he instantly, within one look of it, he ruled it out. For me, a really, really poor decision. Yes, the keeper had his hand on the ball, but it was a 50-50 because it happened right at the same time and the keeper definitely did not have full control of the ball. So have they changed the rules again? I have no idea, but that was a poor decision for me and it would have gave us a massive lifeline. 86th minute, Rothwell off, Cameron on. 94th minute, a big chance from Bruges on the break, ending in a good save from Butland, and that's how the game ended out. So I think if it would went 3-2, that would have gave us a lifeline. I think in the second half, as I said, we did play better. Whether that's because Bruges thought the game was done, I'm not too sure. Given the fact that we got a fairly early goal, I don't think that was the case. Bruges quite clearly in the second half as well had some good chances quickly on the break. We were just a shambles at the back as well in the second half still, not to the same extent fortunately. We can play against them, and I think in the second half we've proven that, but it just seems to be right now they only come out when they want to. They've needed that, I'm guessing, a clear bollocking at half time to actually come out in the second half and actually play with a bit of fight and desire. Why is this not there from minute one? There's clearly an issue in the team because they haven't looked like they've been a coach team so far this season. It's there for all to see. Everybody is now wanting Martin out. The jury's still out, obviously. This is going to take a long time to sort out, and I don't think Martin's going to get the time. And we'll need to wait and see how that pans out. But we've left it with all to do in the second leg. I know the money is the big thing, the prestige of being in the Champions League, but if we go out and play like that first 20 minutes especially, we are going to get absolutely embarrassed if we make the Champions League. And believe me, the way we're playing just now, the Europa League is not going to be any picnic either. I think we're in for a bit of a rough ride this season. The last few seasons has been poor in domestically, but we've always had Europe to have a wee bit of spark for us and have a wee bit of joy. I'm struggling to find where we're going to get that joy this season the way it's shaping up, but we'll need to wait and see how it pans out. Dave and I will be recording the next main podcast. We'll go over the Alloa game and go more into depth about this game tonight. We'll be recording that tomorrow night, so watch this space. So all that's left to say is thanks for listening and good night.